I picked up from the grocery store. A little bit about me is I have lean PCOS. I'm not saying that I'm super skinny. I'm about 5'6", 130 pounds. But because I'm not overweight and I don't have strong issues with insulin resistance, the type of PCOS I have is lean PCOS. So managing PCOS really depends on knowing your type, and even among these little subtypes, there's so many differences as we vary from woman to woman. So I just wanted to share what I'm making, what I got for myself, give you maybe some meal ideas, and I also just want to document if the changes I'm making are helping. I was not planning on doing a video today, but I just got off a call with my acupuncturist who told me that I should actually be eating more carbs, considering I do work out about 5 times a week strength training, and for my height and weight and basically where I am and having lean PCOS, she recommended that I try eating more carbs for a couple months and to see how it works out with my cycles. So I went over really quick to Trader Joe's to basically just pick up some things I could add into what I was already eating this week, and I'll show you what those are. So, okay, the first thing I got were eggs. I always get the Trader Joe's organic free range eggs. So, you know what they say, eggs are nature's multivitamin. I got some chicken bone broth. So I like to get bone broth in by putting it in my vegetables. So if I'm gonna cook some vegetables, I put a little bit of this in a pan and then put some like broccoli in and just kind of saute it. So it gives it some flavor and then also kind of sneaks it in. I also sneak bone broth in if I'm making like a soup that calls for chicken broth. I throw in some bone broth. So that's a good way to sneak it in because I just can't pour a cup of this and drink this. Okay, I also got mushrooms. I'm going to have that tonight with my dinner. And I got some bananas. So in the morning, I typically have oatmeal. I have it right here. I typically have gluten-free maple brown sugar oatmeal. So I thought a really easy way to get more carbs in my diet, she told me that I should be eating 190 grams of carbs a day, was to just add a banana in with my oatmeal. And that would be something very simple I could do, because what I don't want to do is just go eat carbs that aren't healthy for me, that don't have nutritional value. And with PCOS, you always need to be careful with your insulin levels. So basically no desserts. And I'm not very insulin resistant, but so I'm not cutting out fruit at this point. I know there's sugar in there. I'm just not eating basically cookies, cakes, gluten, or like things like that essentially. So I got 2 mangoes, have some fruit. I got these potato melodies, these little baby potatoes. To make these, I'm just gonna boil them, add some butter, salt, and pepper. And then another thing I'm having for dinner tonight is this grass-fed organic top sirloin beef steak. So what I was planning on having to dinner tonight was this, with some potatoes, with some mushrooms, and then also green beans that I have in the fridge. So that's gonna be my dinner tonight. I normally would not have added in the potatoes, but since I'm trying to get a little bit more carbs, that's what I'm doing. I got some organic ground beef because I'm going to be making tacos probably tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. And these are gluten-free taco shells. I just got some of the cheap peanut butter. This is actually the first time I'm getting this cheap one. It's probably not the healthiest considering it was $1.99, but I love to have an apple with peanut butter every day. And I also seed cycle, so I mix my ground seeds in with this. And then I got two types of coconut milk. One full fat and one reduced fat, and I wanted to have both just so I can play around with it when depending on the day with my macros. So I like to use this with regular coconut milk and chia seeds and make like an overnight chia seed pudding once in a while. And then the last thing I got is kind of a treat. It's this little one happy birthday bar. And I like things like this when I don't want to eat something like a Snickers or something like that, but I'm craving something sweet, but I don't want to go off track. So this has 20 grams of protein, 22 carbohydrates, 9 grams of fiber. Total sugars is 1, but sugar alcohol is 5. So, I mean, I would say that would be 6. I'm not really sure, but you know, I'm not trying to say this is only 1 gram. Like, this is definitely a treat, not something I would have every day, but all right, so that's what I got from Trader Joe's. That's what I'm eating tonight for dinner and tomorrow for dinner, and I hope this gave you some ideas if you have PCOS, especially lean PCOS, and you're trying to just navigate how to eat best for your diet and for your health. All right, thanks for watching.